All right, welcome everyone. We'll get started in just a minute. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and got all stuffed with turkey or other good stuff. Good evening, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 31 of Robin's Piano Bar, where the drinks and the food are virtual, but the piano playing is real. I'm your host, Larry Kosson, streaming live to you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV, LinkedIn, and Bandcamp. Tonight's episode is It's Great to Be Grateful. And now, please welcome to her own home, our favorite piano gal, Robin Spielberg.
That was Simple Gifts. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope you and yours had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was very quiet here at our house, just the three of us. Well, the seven of us, if you count the 4 cats. And it was kind of nice. It was nice having a quiet one. So tell us what you did and what you did and what your favorite part of Thanksgiving was. Larry did a lot of cooking. It was pretty fantastic. And I have to say my favorite thing about Thanksgiving food is the day after Thanksgiving, because I love the Thanksgiving sandwich. You know, you put the turkey and the dressing and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce all on a big sandwich and eat it. I love that. I also like pie. I think I ate too much pie. I made a chocolate, what was it called? A chocolate bourbon pecan pie.
Pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
I did a hard workout this morning
You try to work off some of that pie?
burn off some of those calories from last night. Yep.
And I did not do a hard workout this morning. Thanks for being here. Tonight's stream is all about gratitude. And so I'm going to start with my favorite tune written about thanking your teachers, right? We had to watch this film when we were in high school, To Sir with Love, and probably read an essay about it. I don't remember. But like many films, I do remember this film, but more than the film, I remember the theme song. This is To Sir with Love. To serve with love. Oh, your mom, Lynn, made a pumpkin roll with cream cheese filling. All right, that's a big hit. I could imagine that would be a very big hit.
I made pumpkin pie.
Oh, gosh. Leonard said that he loved...
I know he has chocolate
He loves
pecan
bourbon
pie.
bourbon pecan chocolate pie, too.
So my pumpkin pie was a New York Times
Brett?
recipe, which Valerie gave a 10 out of 10.
Yes.
She's
That's rare. It's rare to get a 10 out of 10 from her. She really loved it quite a bit. We're grateful for you, Morris and Kitty. Thanks for being here and for showing up for our live stream. This is number 204, if you're counting. Makes me giggle every time when I realize how far we've come, how long we're doing it, and that you're still showing up. Yes. Thanks to you, Larry.
How long you been here?
This is...
It's a
next
big
one
fish.
is gratitude for time spent together. That's the sentiment in this song. This is Time in a Bottle. So this Next one, if you checked your email today and you happen to be on my Patreon team, you might have received sheet music because that went out today, a little bit early, since we have some shows coming up in the next week, which Larry's going to tell you about a little bit later in the program. Some holiday shows. So I sent out the Patreon sheet music a little bit early. Some of you received this next one. This is called Wherever You Go. It's my way of wishing those who have touched me in a very meaningful way in my life, teachers, neighbors, friends, former roommates. Maybe, there are so many people that come and go in our lives that have a special place in our hearts, even though they might not be with us currently. Maybe they moved away or changed jobs, people start to walk different paths, at some point in life. But that doesn't mean we don't think of them from time to time. So this is my musical wish of wishing all of those who have had a positive impact on me well in life. And I know when I'm playing this tonight, I'm going to be thinking of the string orchestra. This past Tuesday, Larry and my co-arranger and orchestrator, Louis Anthony DeLise, and I sat down in front of our computers on Zoom and had a remote recording session, got to see the recording session happening in Budapest, Hungary, with a few more pieces, and this is one of them. It's really coming together beautifully, and I can imagine that you're going to want to dance to this one when this comes out with the string orchestra. This is Wherever You Go. haven't played that one in quite some time. That is You Are So Beautiful, and it appears on my album, Beautiful Dreamer, Lullabies for the Parent and Child. So as I mentioned, we have some shows coming up. Larry, you want to tell them about that?
Sure. Tell them what you've won.
Tell them what you've won.
All right. Well, we're going to start with South Boston, Virginia. And
that's confusing. Boston and Virginia.
It's Virginia, yeah. It's not far from Richmond, Virginia, according to the map. We've never been there, but let's see. I'm going to pull up that. So that's the exterior. Apparently, this venue is called the Prizery. We've never been there.
The Prizery.
The Prizery.
There's prizes. That looks nice.
Robin, you're going to be part of
there's a Steinway series.
Steinway series. They've got a beautiful Steinway there. Let me just pull up the interior because we've got an interior shot of that. So there's the interior, gorgeous with the Steinway on stage. So that's coming up on next Thursday, a week from yesterday. We'll be in South Boston, Virginia at the Prizery. And you will be accompanied by a local school choir, if I'm not mistaken, for that show.
Yes, I will be. Yes,
Okay.
I sent all the music out to the choirs for all the shows. And then right after that, we head over to Littleton, North Carolina.
Littleton, North Carolina. Let's pull up that venue. Let's see.
What does that look like?
So this is the Lakeland Cultural Arts Center. And on Friday night, a week from tonight, you will do your music and mental health program and talk to the folks about the importance of music in their daily lives, as we all know. And then on Saturday night, you're going to do a performance in Lakeland.
Right. And of course, folks, you can, if you know people who live in that area, you want to spread the word, tickets are on my website, robinspielberg.com/concerts. Just click on the concerts tab. I'll head over to the Thrasher Opera House, but that's not this week. That's going to be a little bit later on in December.
This is just getting in the holiday spirit. A week from Saturday, you're going to be at the Thrasher Opera House. There's the exterior.
Yeah, on the 10th.
On the 10th.
Yep.
So a week from Saturday.
And I've played there before with the wonderful, talented Jimmy Webb.
Okay. And let's see. Just one more photograph of the interior. Here we go. There's the Thrasher Opera House.
Yeah, Stephen, I think that they put these pianos for the pictures in ridiculous ways for photos, ways that would never work for a concert. One was positioned so that like your back would be to the audience. Speaking of pianos, little tiny one here. This is a Limoges from France.
So just to remind everybody, if you're interested, if you're going to be anywhere near Virginia or North Carolina or Green Lake, Wisconsin, all the information's on Robin's website. So if you want tickets, robinspielberg.com.
I like that one. Carole King wrote "You've Got a Friend," but so many people recorded it, including James Taylor. And I know James Taylor and Carole King have been on tour together, so they've sung it together, and that's delightful. If you ever can find that online.
So, Robin, isn't this year just flying by? It was Thanksgiving, wasn't it? Wasn't it just July 4th?
Well,
were we just doing
2020 did not fly by.
But
You were with us during
year,
that time. That did not fly by. This year did fly by. You know why? So last weekend, for those of you who did not tune in last Friday, you missed a great show. So make sure you go to the archive at some point. All these live streams, most of them, but 150 of them are archived at YouTube, on my channel there. Robin Spielberg YouTube. YouTube.com/Robin Spielberg. You'll click on playlist. You'll see all the past live streams. Last Friday was my birthday live stream. Not shy to tell you, I turned 60, and we had a birthday live stream and also the celebration of the new EP, extended play release. I love the EP format. Not quite a huge 50-minute, 45-minute album, not quite just a little itty-bitty single, somewhere in the middle. So this is about 20 minutes of music. New tunes released, and some of you already have asked for tutorials. I'll have one coming out this weekend on my YouTube channel for all the best returns, showing you how to play that. Sheet music available on my site, EP available on all the streaming services, blah, 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 blah. Back to the music. This is a Barry Manilow tune, giving out his gratitude to someone who was no longer with him. Written in 1976 by Barry Manilow and Marty Panzer. This is called "This One's for You." Grateful for you, Larry. That one was for you. It's called The Photographer from my 1996 album,
Thank you.
Songs of the Spirit. I see a lot of you are telling us all the things you've been eating for Thanksgiving and posting. And I have to say, when Larry cooks, all right, it kind of puts everyone, well, puts me to shame because there's a saying, right? Cook like a pro, clean as you go. So you have no idea there was any cooking or anything ever happened in the kitchen. Like, it just is all perfect. And then I'm making like a pie and it looks like the entire kitchen exploded. Like the whole thing's exploded and everything's everywhere. There's flour. There's a big mess. But yeah, cleaning up yesterday was really easy, Larry, because you kind of cleaned as you went.
I did.
You did.
I did. So Vicky
said, you roll.
Vicky said they started with butternut squash. I'm kind of jealous. I love a butternut squash soup.
You do?
And
how did I not know this?
Well, you know that I buy it because
you buy the Panera butternut squash, and I turn my nose up at it.
And
okay.
Valerie doesn't like it either, which is why I didn't. I would make that, but it's not really something I could.
Bill
make for
saying
just
that
one
Bobby and Bobby were married on this day. Happy anniversary to you. 45 years ago, day after Thanksgiving, and You Light Up My Life was the top of the charts at the time. You know what? When you were walking down the aisle, I probably was a little girl in the movie theater watching You Light Up My Life. I watched that movie, and I really liked it a lot. So happy, happy, happy anniversary to you. As you may know, I recorded that song on Love Story. happy anniversary. 45 years. That's something to be proud of. And thanks for all your nice comments here. I appreciate it. And looks like some people had some gluten-free treats. I've had some good gluten-free treats myself.
Not in this house. There was plenty of gluten.
There was plenty
going
of gluten,
around.
but yeah, some people. I have made gluten-free things though in the past. Okay, so what am I doing now? Oh yeah, this one. I think I might have played this on another live stream, but it was so perfect for this one. That even though it was kind of soon, I had to add it. I realized my little butterfly is not on. Let's go attend to that. So
I realized that your butterfly.
for those of you who haven't seen it.
I realized it wasn't on when you were using your finger to move
Yes,
the sheet
this is
music.
well, it was on, but it just wasn't working. Maybe you need a battery. Hello. It's like, oh yeah, there you go. Whoops, oops. Now it's
don't you
doing
have to
crazy
recharge
things.
it? Isn't that a charge? It doesn't need batteries. It needs to be charged. I
think it needs a charge. The light's on. There we go. Okay, now it's working. So I'm going to use the butterfly to play this next piece of gratitude from Fiddler on the Roof called Now I Have Everything. Beautiful song. Not one of the more famous songs from the musical, but absolute treasure. Yes, Karen, the photographer is about Larry. He took all the photos on those albums, and I did Songs of the Spirit a year after we got married, and that song is for you.
They're also
Larry.
the chat's going crazy over Panera. We love Panera bread.
When I'm on the road, Panera is my go-to stop, and I believe they don't pay me for this endorsement.
No.
It's just that as I've gotten older or more mature, I cannot handle the fast food places. I might no, absolutely not. It does not agree with me. I can't do it, won't do it. The only time I've stepped into those places was to use the restroom.
But Panera's consistent.
So we usually look for a Panera or even a grocery store. Just go to the salad bar or buy something to take to the room because it's important to stay healthy on the road. And when I was younger, we used to kind of just go through the drive-thrus, fast food, but can't do it anymore. So Judy says she's listening on YouTube, but Facebook is weird. I don't know. That happens sometimes to people. Anyway, you could join the chat here. I have my YouTube and my Facebook open. I see no one's really talking in YouTube land. A lot of people use the YouTube app on their big screen TVs, so they're not chatty there. All right, so this is Now I Have Everything. So in case you don't know that tune from Fiddler on the Roof, a very, very poor man sings it. And he sings I Have Everything after he falls in love. No one is richer than I, he says. Very, very sweet tune.
So it seems like food is the centerpiece of the chat tonight, Rob.
Well,
and cooking. Food and cooking.
Well, it's kind of good timing because now we're going to be grateful for food. Grateful for food. Food, glorious food. This one's from Oliver.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
What's next here? Lost. You'll have to forgive me. I slowed that down quite a bit. I don't know what got into me. I just wanted to play it real slow as a sweet love song.
And I was all ready to cha-cha with you.
Oh, pretty baby. Back to the West Coast.
Yes, we're going back to the West Coast. Yes.
When?
In May.
I don't think I even put that
Judy,
on
I
the
don't know
website yet.
where
I did
you
put some
are,
other
but-
things on the website, though.
Yeah.
I even put some things that are coming in for 2024 on the website. Feels like very far away into the future, but there are a few things coming in. Arizona is one of them, right?
Arizona. We're going to be all over the place.
I don't know. The other day, I was at the doctor's appointment, and you know how they make an appointment for the following year or 6 months or whatever, and it's always hard for me because I never know where I'm going to be. And I was kind of embarrassed, but I said to the receptionist, "Do you have internet access?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Do you mind? Can you go to robinspielberg.com/concerts?" She said, "What?" I said, "Can you just go to my calendar's there. Can you go to robinspielberg.com/concerts?" And she does. And I'm like, "Can you look to see if I'm here in February?" And she said, "All right, it looks like you're available that week." It's embarrassing because I don't use, I use a paper calendar at home. It's kind of a point of contention around here. Larry uses the Apple iCal and the Google Calendar and all those things, and I mix it all up. So I have a really big book, and I use my paper calendar, and I couldn't use my phone. I couldn't say, when I was available.
Better living through chemistry and technology. That's what I always say.
I had the receptionist look at my website. Well, I'm sure that was a first for her. Where's my ginger ale? Here it is.
So what's next, Rob?
Well, we're getting into the holiday spirit now.
Are we?
I noticed some of our neighbors put up their lights.
Yeah, I was driving around today, and I saw a bunch of neighbors out. It was a nice day today. Good day to put up your
You know what I did yesterday,
decorations.
folks? I was in the garden on Thanksgiving.
While
Larry was cooking,
I was in the
garden. I was planting bulbs. Valerie gave me bulbs for my birthday, and I planted 60 tulip bulbs, and I was in heaven. It was so nice to be able to garden in November. It wasn't that cold.
I have to say,
I love doing it.
the kitchen is my happy place on Thanksgiving. I had such a good time yesterday.
I stayed out of your way.
It was very calm.
I was digging in the dirt while you were doing that.
I was. It's.
What am I doing?
Just,
oh yeah,
do you know where you are?
I said.
Holidays. Here we go.
Here we go. Thank you, Peter. I know that for many of you, Back to You was your initial introduction to my music. It's from the first thing I recorded. It's not the first piece on Heel of the Hand. It's the second piece, but it's actually the first one I ever recorded for a professional record. I'd made demos prior to that, trying to shopping my music around to different places. And I remember when they first said rolling, started playing Back to You, that feeling I had when the piano was tuned, everything was all set, all the microphones were placed, and finally the engineer said, "Miss Spielberg, rolling." And that feeling like, oop, you're on, you know? So that was a very memorable day. And in this February, it will be 30 years since the release of that album. We'll have to do something special. Actually, it released in May, but February will be 30 years since I recorded it. February 1993. I can't believe it. I'm just kind of shocked with all these numbers and time. Really shocked. Speaking of shocking numbers, I recorded an arrangement, very simple piano arrangement. I know the piece, but I'm pulling up the arrangement because I want to play it like I did on the record. I recorded O Mio Babino Caro, one of my favorite opera arias. And I recorded this on the album 2015, Another Time, Another Place. And it is definitely the runaway hit of that record. That's kind of shocking. It has millions of streams across the world on various platforms. And I do have sheet music for this available as well. And that is why I'm playing this exact arrangement. It's very, very simple. It's very simple. But like really good music, it doesn't have to be complicated to be beautiful and memorable and popular and resonate with people for generations, like this piece has. So here's my arrangement of it, O Mio Babino Caro.
So, Rob, Patricia is asking about the teeny tiny piano on the piano.
Yes, I spoke about it earlier. Maybe you missed it, but this is a Larry. You didn't even notice that this one's kind of new. Came around my birthday. I had a gift card from eBay. That's where this came from. Not too glamorous, but it's a little Limoges piano. So tiny and so sweet. I have another Limoges piano, so now it has company, and it's like a blue cobalt color from France. Limoges is made in France. Very sweet. Yeah, in the musical, Oliver, he's so grateful. He says he'll do anything for you. Um, so you might have heard me say on the live stream or post on socials a few weeks ago, Larry and I were in Los Angeles because we were nominated for the orchestral piece, Ireland, an orchestral portrait. It's an 11-minute piece that was orchestrated, and it was nominated in the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. And although I did not win, I was really excited to be there. Got to meet a lot of film composers, and it was really fun. Saw a lot of music colleagues that I don't normally get to see in person, just kind of, text with or email with. So that was super fun. But I always imagined that if I did win an award like that I would be sure to thank my mom and dad for the piano lessons. never really had a chance to do that in a very public way, but very, very glad that they gave me the gift of piano lessons when I was a little girl. And so this one is my song of gratitude to them. And my dad's no longer with us, but my mom's alive, and this was their wedding song. I've grown accustomed to her face. All right, just check in here on the chat. Anyone have any questions, Larry? I've been monitoring it too closely.
I think we're up. I'm just, I don't know if you've noticed.
Thank you, Vicky.
Some clicking in the background. That's
the clicking is Leo playing with the mousy toy. Don't run into the camera stand, Leo. I don't know why, but they do the Wild Kingdom thing whenever we live stream. It must be the piano music and us talking, and they just kind of play in all the areas they're not supposed to be playing with in. Yeah, he's playing with his little mousy toy. It's very cute, but I hope he's staying in his lane there.
He's being very safe.
Silly kitty. I'm going to close with two original pieces. Speaking of kitties, we are grateful for our furry friends. We adopted Leo and Sasha during the COVID lockdown, and they kept us busy and chipper and laughing, because kittens make their own fun, and they're so silly. It's hard to be depressed and sad when you're around playful kittens. And, of course, we have our two older cats, Carmel, who gives you the sign-off, and Jackson, who's very shy, but he's shy in front of others, not shy in front of us. He's very sweet, very big orange tabby. He's very fond of Larry. He definitely favors him. So this song is in gratitude of the kittens, of the cats, all the furry friends, Maneki Neko. And then I'm going to play We Meet Again. I'm grateful to all of you who keep tuning in, sharing my music. One of the best things you can do to support me is not only give a piano jar tip, keep Victoria in tune, keep these things running, But stream my music. Go ahead and play it. Share it with your friends. Go ahead and hit, on Spotify, you can look for the essential Robin Spielberg playlist. Do you know that it lasts 19 hours? Yeah, almost 20 hours. Just hit play, walk away. Let it play. I get paid micro pennies, but it adds up. I think it's 0.0004 cents per stream, something like that. So you really do need millions and millions of them to get anything, but go ahead and share. My music is meant to be shared. So thanks for joining us. And Vicki, I'm glad that you liked the selections tonight. And
just a quick reminder, we won't be here in the next couple of weeks because we will be on tour.
I know. Beautiful words. On tour. I'll be sure to post socials on the road, let you know where we are and how we're doing, what's going on. And all right, I'll give you that. This is Mineki Neko, and then we meet again.
We're grateful to all of you. Thank you for joining us. And now, a cat that needs no introduction.
Hey, Carmel. Say goodnight to everybody. That's right. Good girl.